Coverage you can count on continues with an investigation into a traffic stop in Augusta that left a man fighting for his life. 24-year-old Jermaine Jones suffered head and brain injuries after being tased by deputies Monday.
Yeah, Jones was pulled over right here on Monday, and the situation escalated when deputies found a gun in his car, so he ran away and was tased.
So they get the license and registration. Next thing you know, about like 6 carloads of narcotics pulled up.
According to the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, there was a struggle between Jones and deputies as they tried to detain him. They put him in the patrol car to take him to the Richmond County Jail. But on the way there, deputies say he suffered a medical emergency and they took him to the hospital. Jones has severe head and brain injuries and had multiple surgeries Tuesday.
They put him in handcuffs to the time he's supposed to be transported to Finney Road. Something happened to my child.
Officer Gator was on top of him, but you're not seeing Officer Gator cam footage while he's on top of my son. They're gonna hear his name till the day I die. So he can't fight.
GBI has told Jones's family they will be able to see the remaining videos in the next few weeks. And the family is also hoping to speak with the sheriff and the district attorney.
His dad said he was talking fine. I believe that they beat him out. It was him. Multiple compartmental internal hemorrhages to his brain.
Hello and welcome to another video, everyone. First, thank you for supporting my channel and watching my videos. I really do appreciate you, and I hope you have an awesome new year. Thank you. Thank you for watching my videos, man. I appreciate you. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Got some really cool stuff coming up. Today, we're going to go over and finish up Richard Russell disciplinary file. I've already made 2 videos on it. Try to speed this one up a little bit more. Probably not going to read the whole thing. I definitely want to go in depth on some of these. So let's go ahead and kick this off now. On 4/24/20 at 2:28 in the afternoon, Richard Russell was traveling north on Troop Street, approaching the intersection with Lee Street in a Richmond County Patrol car. Russell stated that due to the glare from the sun, he was unable to see vehicle number 2 slow in front of his vehicle. This caused the front of Russell's vehicle to strike the rear of vehicle 2, causing slight damage to both vehicles. This is Russell's first at-fault crash since the new accident good driver policy was enacted.
Wow!
Russell was warned that future accidents would result in more disciplinary action. I would love to get the dash cam on this. So I'm gonna make a note of that real quick. Just gonna go over here and type, what was the date? 04, okay? And we'll move on. All right, so let's go on down. He got a little written warning, driver refresher course. Let's get on down here. On Wednesday, June 21st, you failed to verify the amount of money. You failed to verify the amount of money that was confiscated from inmate, blah, blah, blah. As he was being processed into the jail, his property sheet indicated that he had $870. When inmate checked his account balance, it indicated he had $850. $20 was missing from his account. After watching the video, it was obvious you did not check the contents of his wallet. This type of negligence is unacceptable. It is advisable that you adhere to your duties and responsibilities while handling inmates' property and be cognizant of training. Any further mistakes may result in disciplinary action. And this was initiated by Teresa Wills. Don't know who that is. Let's continue on. On the above date, Captain Reeves received a phone call from Lieutenant Robbie Silas, Road Patrol, that you were involved in a heated discussion with several supervisors with the Columbia County Fire Department. Let me go ahead and make a note of this right now. 5/30/2017. I need to go ahead and make a notation here to see what Columbia County may have on this as well. And we'll just leave that as a note there. We're going back. He's in a heated discussion with supervisors at the Columbia County Fire Department. The subject of discussion was about him wearing his personal firearm in his sheriff's uniform and entering the firehouse. I didn't know that that was a thing, but I do now. The fact you have a civilian carry permit does not allow you to carry a firearm while wearing any clothing representing the Richmond County Sheriff's Office. Any further incidents will result in further disciplinary action, including suspension. Written counseling. Who signed off on this? Jay Whitaker. I haven't heard of him. Don't know who that is. Let's move along here. Trying to get through this whole thing. He's got a lot, y'all. Deputy Russell began to yell profanities at Deputy Powell from the intake slider in the presence of inmates, other deputies, and other supervisors. Deputy Russell said he was upset when Deputy Powell started to close the slider while he had combative inmates in the slider. This is unacceptable behavior and will not be tolerated. Written counseling again. Let's go ahead and make a note of that too. Let's go back. Definitely want to see that one. Move along. It was discovered you had taken a set of keys home on August 14, 2016. You returned them on August 15, 2016, after Captain Reeves called to inform me that the keys were unaccounted for. This is not acceptable key control. Any other violation will result in further disciplinary action. So let's get on down to this one, counseling session. Deputy Russell, on 7/16/15, you were in a verbal altercation with inmate in G-Pod. G-Block, at which time you locked him down and did not inform your supervisor, Sergeant Gwen Johnson, of the incident. When I came on the pod, the inmate stated to me that they are constantly being locked down for insignificant incidents. On 7/25/15, when you were serving lunch trays, you became angry that the inmates had taken an extra tray and immediately ordered Deputy Exum to turn off the phones and the television, even though some inmates were using the phones and had nothing to do with that, what was happening in the lunch trays. Yeah, let's go ahead and get that one too. I'll come back through and clean it all up at the end. I don't want to make y'all see. I'll wait for all that. So we'll go to 7/26/15. Trinity worker in the kitchen came to the office and stated to me that you were yelling at her and made a gesture with your hands, saying in a loud voice, "I need 4 more trays." She stated to you that the count was right and that she and Deputy Wilds had counted the trays. When I asked you why did you need 4 extra trays since the count was right, you then replied to me, "The count is right, I miscounted." Deputy Russell, if the trays are not correct, you are to inform your supervisor and the deputy that's working in the kitchen. You are not to confront the Trinity workers in the kitchen. You are not even supposed to be in the kitchen. You are to stand in the hallway, count the trays. If there's any discrepancies about the trays, inform your supervisor. Deputy Russell, in the future, you are not to take any privileges from the inmates until you have informed your supervisor of the incidents that happening at that time. You are asked to sign this document and knowledge receipt, sir. There we go. Let's get on back to the next one. We're going through this pretty quick, y'all. Going through it pretty quick. A complaint was brought to Lieutenant Danko. I keep seeing this guy Danko. I gotta find out more about him. The complaint was brought to Lieutenant Danko's attention on Sunday, October 31st, 2021, between the hours of 2. Damn, that's late at night. 2 o'clock in the morning. Between 2:30 in the morning. That Russell was off duty in plain clothes at Garden City Social Club, located at 1157 Broad Street, as a patron and was not conducting himself appropriately. Russell, by his own admission, was consuming alcoholic beverages at the establishment to the point that he did not feel safe driving. It was after the club had closed. Russell allowed a female patron back into the bar to use the restroom, which was after hours for the club to be closed. Everyone should have exited the business already according to the county ordinance that governed the business. Russell was accused of trying to give an alcoholic beverage to a female patron who turned out to be 20 years old. Russell refuted that accusation, stated he did not offer her a drink. Russell stated he did take alcohol from the establishment outside. He also stayed outside of the establishment until approximately 5 o'clock in the morning, consuming alcohol at 5 o'clock in the morning, getting drunk at 5 o'clock in the morning? What? With some of the employees from there, which also conflicts with the county ordinance governing the establishment, everyone there at the time knew that Russell was a deputy investigator with the Richmond County Sheriff's Office. His behavior that morning is unbecoming of a certified deputy with this agency. This is the 5th written counseling or higher write-up within the last 6 months. No, you're kidding me. So, okay, he got rolled up by Lieutenant Danko. Very good, Mr. Danko. Very good job. Very good job. We don't need to find out anything about Danko because he's doing his job. I don't know if he's still with Richmond County. Let's look at the payroll listing and see if we can find it. We'll just go ahead and keep this open for reference. Let's go ahead and type it in here and see what we got. Yep, Joel Patrick Danko makes $67,000 a year. Hey, as far as I'm concerned, he deserves it. He's holding him accountable. Let's get back to the disciplinary thing. All right, so here we go. On July 26, 2021, Sergeant Alonzo Bell conducted a workstation check at the narcotics office. During a search of Russell's work area, Sergeant Bell located an AR-15 rifle, serial number, blah, blah, in the overhead cabinet, which was seized on July 9, 2021, under case number, blah. During a search of his desk drawer, Sergeant Bell located $980 in currency, which was seized on June 17, 2021, pending case. Might have to look that one up. Definitely gonna make a note of this. All property was unsecured and improperly stored. The currency was turned back over to the owner on July 16, 2021. So a month later, he got his money back. Russell is aware of the Richmond County Sheriff's policy for evidence collecting, handling, storage. Bell informed Russell that a gross violation of this type is unacceptable. Russell was also informed that another violation of this type would not be tolerated and grounds for further enforcement actions. Lieutenant Danko's recommendation, along with this written counseling, is that Russell ride with a senior investigator, Investigator Haig, for a minimum of 30 days. Investigator Brown and Investigator Russell have been working together recently, all supervisor. So Christopher Brown was an investigator. Okay. He's another one of the people that were involved, the cops that were involved in the death of Jermaine Jones, and could possibly be the one that caused the injuries that killed him. We don't know that. We've got to wait to see the body cam. So hold tight. So basically, they're sending with some other cops to learn how to do his damn job. It's going down some more here. And Lieutenant Danko again. Man, listen, I don't know who Lieutenant Danko is, but it looks like he takes care of business and keeps shit right at the sheriff's department. So, great job, sir. Great job. Let's go on. September 30th, 2021, at approximately 20:47 hours, Russell conducted a narcotics investigation at 3034 Washington Road. During this investigation, persons were charged with narcotics-related offenses and false information offense. These persons were booked into the county jail on offenses. After this investigation, Russell completed the necessary documents. Russell was contacted by a district attorney's office via email requesting original documents which should have been turned over to the narcotics secretary the day the narcotics investigation ended and charges were made. On October 16th, Russell replied to the email stating, "I will have this taken care of when I return to work. The warrants are on my desk." Interesting. A second request email was sent to Russell from the district attorney's office asking for the original documentation with no reply from Russell. Russell, on the 25th, October 25th, Russell submitted the original documentation, which will be forwarded to the district attorney's office. Since Russell has been assigned to the narcotics division, he has been verbally warned numerous times by Sergeant Bell, Sergeant Julio Concepcion, and Lieutenant Danko about submitting documents for review in a timely manner. Russell has also received written counsels in reference to this issue. However, this gross violation still continues. Russell is well aware of the Richmond County Sheriff's policy about documenting investigations, submitting documents and case files in a timely manner. But as you can see in all these damn documents, he just don't seem to know or want to do it. And there again, Danko and Bill. Lieutenant Danko take care of business down there, boy. All right, so here we go. Upon review of Richard Russell's body-worn camera, the following infractions were observed. And I'm going to go back and put all these other things in the notes that we went through. Really want to put get some footage on that money in that desk drawer. That's going to be a good one. October 4, 2021, a little over a year ago, Christopher Brown mistakenly switched issued body-worn cameras. This error was not discovered until October 11th. It was also discovered that Russell's camera contained 33 videos that had not been downloaded. October 4th through October 21, October 11th through October 21. Yeah, I'm definitely going to make a note of that as well. I want to get all of that camera footage. First video, during this period of time, Russell was attempting to conduct a controlled purchase of narcotics utilizing a newly acquired confidential informant. The informant was not following directions, and it was obvious that Russell was becoming frustrated with the confidential informant. Russell is heard using unprofessional and foul language several times towards the confidential informant. Second video, yeah, we definitely get these videos for sure. Investigator Russell was involved in a justified use of force situation. Taser deployment. We love shoot people with that damn taser. Russell was heard telling the subject that he would electrocute him. Russell realized that he said what he said, and then he changed his terminology. Russell told the suspect he will re-energize him. The suspect was later taken to the hospital. Common occurrence with this cop, Russell failed to contact his direct line supervisor, Sergeant Alonzo Bell, of this incident. It was later discovered that Chris Brown did contact Sergeant Julio of the taser deployment, but neither of the investigators informed any of their supervisors that the suspect was taken to the hospital. So again, Richard Russell and Christopher Brown were two of the 4 police officers that had something to do with Jermaine Jones' death. Now we're starting to see a pretty clear pattern through all these write-ups that Brown and Russell conspired from time to time, and it seems like that probably was a going thing with those two. Let's continue on. They're doing it here with the whole body cam thing and not turning body cam in and doing the confidential. They're doing all, that's all conspiracy. But yet they're still cops, man. I don't understand it. This kid went to the hospital and neither one of them, they both conspired together not to say anything. They had to have. It's the only reason that happened. It's not a conspiracy theory. It's a conspiracy. It's actual conspiracy that these 2 police officers were involved in through all this. Russell is aware of the proper procedure for using and maintaining equipment that is assigned to him from the sheriff's department, along with the proper procedure for downloading the body-worn camera to the server in a timely manner. Like I said, they have to turn these SD cards in every night. At the end of their shift, it gets downloaded onto the server. No one is sitting there watching all of this body cam. There's just no way a person can do that, or even a team of people. It's just too much. So a lot of the body cam that I get and that you see, no one's seen. It's all news to them, just like it is to us. So Russell has been reminded on different occasions that he will inform his direct line of supervisor any incidents involving use of force, damage to government property, or injuries related to the job. Russell was informed that any further violation of this matter would not be tolerated and further enforcement, correction, action will be taken. Head on down here to the bottom. There we go again. But Danko, take care of business, man. And you see, that's what I'm saying. That's why I say I don't hate cops, because I know there's good ones out there. And we found a couple of them within these documents. No, I'm not going to get their body cam or any of that stuff. It's not necessary. They're doing what they're supposed to do. You can clearly see that in these write-ups. Let's get on down. So now we're a little over a year ago, November 1st, 2021. On Monday, Russell arrived at the Richmond County Sheriff's Office range for scheduled in-service training. Russ was completing his annual physical fitness testing. Lieutenant Everett Jenkins and Sergeant Michael Humphreys had the students running 100-meter sprint. Sergeant Humphrey stated that while observing Russell completing his sprint, a loaded .357 revolver flew out of Russell's pants and hit the ground. Oh my God. Like, how many people could have gotten shot? Sergeant Humphrey stated that the gun skid across the ground and stopped approximately 5 yards from the location inventory. Investigator Russell originally dropped it. Sergeant Humphreys addressed the safety issue with Russell and explained to him that he endangered himself, everyone that was attending the training, and the instructors. On November 1st, Lieutenant Danko was made aware of the safety infraction and spoke to Russell. Russell stated that he always wears the ankle holster with .357 and has never come out before. Lieutenant Danko stressed the importance of safety regarding secondary firearms and was also explaining to Russell that the firearm should not be worn all of the time, especially not during a physical fitness testing. I guess he's worried about his comrades turning on him, huh? Kind of shows you what kind of cop he really is. Russell was informed that any further safety violation of this matter would not be tolerated. Further enforcement correction action will be taken. Let's move all along. Here he is again. Old Danko. Right, man, Danko's hard on this joker, boy. Woo! All right, so here we go. It's December 3rd. Disciplinary action in accordance, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to read all that. Now we'll get down to celebrity. Wait a minute. Oh, he appealed it. He appealed that. Nothing here. So that's it. That is it, y'all. We got through the whole thing. That is wild, man. This cop is crazy as hell. I'm getting his body cam this week. It seems every interaction this cop has is a bad one. I am foaming at the mouth to see this body cam on this guy and what he's done to people. I'll be getting Christopher Brown's body cam next. He'll be next in line. I got to get his personnel file, disciplinary file, Georgia certification, post-certification file, public complaint file, all of the arrests he's ever made file. I get those on all the cops. What's crazy is, here's a little fun fact for you. let's go back and look. So this is Sousa Pele. This is his arrest record. I've shown this in videos before, but I want to show you something about this. Sousa Pele has been a police officer for since 2011. Let's go back up and look at the very top. But his Georgia Post certification shows he's been an officer since 2010. Now, when I requested this, I requested all of his arrests, and it looks like they cut a lot of it off. That's very interesting to me, and I never noticed that up until now. But anyway, I want to go down and show you something. So just to say he's been a cop since 2020, and he's got 92 arrests. Now, and they're all for different things. Like, there's no pattern here. I would say that the disorderly conduct one appears a few times, but not a lot. But there's nothing that really stands out about this. So just so you guys know, I'm not getting any more of Sousa Pele's body cam footage. He's not a dangerous cop. I don't believe that he would actually physically hurt anyone, but I think he needs some behavior management courses of some sort. But I want to show you something else. Okay, so this is Richard Russell's arrest since 2019. Let's calm on down, man, because this is pretty wild. And this kind of threw me off a little bit, and I couldn't understand it. Remember, Sousa Pele has 92 arrests. This cop has 263, which is wild. A lot of drug arrests. Okay, and this is Parker Leather's arrest record. Started in 2019. This one goes on for a while, man. This is wild right here. He has made 222 arrests. So it really tells me a lot about these two cops. The fact they have over 500 arrests between the two of them, how many of those are legitimate? Sousa Pele is a knothead, okay? And I will tell you this, that cop only has 92 arrests. So he hasn't put a lot of people in jail. I think he spends most of his time just terrorizing the community. So he doesn't really take a whole lot of people to jail, but these cops do. As we go into this, we're going to start seeing a lot of this body cam. I can't wait to share every single bit of it with you. I don't redact anything. These videos I post, they don't get monetized, okay? I don't make money on YouTube. This is a platform to give people a voice that no longer have a voice. And we're going to expose all four of these officers. And I'm going to dig into Robert Wilson as well. They're trying to dodge me still on that body cam where he used that racial slur. Oh no, I'm going to let everybody see that. He's one of the cops that got locked up 2 weeks ago by the GBI. You know, so we're going to move into that territory next. Thanks for watching.